And we're actually going to start lying on our backs today. So we're going to lie supine. And if you want a pillow under your head, go for it. Give yourself that padding if you need. And just lie back. And I want you to walk your feet to the outer edges of your mat. And then let your knees collapse together. So, in fact, the knees are supporting each other. You don't have to work to hold your legs in space. And then just wiggle your pelvis and your lumbar spine around, maybe tilt it around a little bit. And get your lower back into a comfortable position. And then take your hands, place them underneath your head, and you're literally going to lift your head just off the mat. Give yourself a gentle traction stretch, and then place your head down. And you might feel that your chin is tucking in slightly.
You right? Yeah.
Just get a bit salted. Length along the back of your neck. Sorry, I'm just going to mute the background noise there. And then once you've settled yourself into that position, just let your hands come down beside you. And you can turn the palms facing upwards. So it helps to open up across the chest, across the shoulders, and it actually puts you in a little bit of a receiving space. And then allow your eyes to softly close or just to soften your gaze a little bit. And let your breathing slow down. Maybe lengthening your inhale and lengthening your exhale. Just letting your eyes relax, soften the lines around your forehead and the tops of your cheeks. You can breathe in and out through the nose, or you can breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, whatever feels right for you this morning. And see if you can let your belly relax gently. So you're not holding onto it. You're not forcing it out as you inhale. Just allow your belly to respond to your breath. And the whole abdominal area is often a place that we store emotions. So there's a saying that I think we all know, that I have a knot in my stomach. And oftentimes that feeling of that knot or that gripping just indicates that you have some worry or stress or anxiety. So as you breathe and allow your belly to soften, just notice if there's any emotion or any feeling that registers with you this morning. Maybe something comes up, maybe not. And you almost just want to observe yourself as a third person. There's no judgment, there's no attachment. You're just watching how your breath releases you. And staying with that inhale and exhale, bringing your awareness towards your upper body. And oftentimes we focus on the front of the chest, where we have maybe a little bit more awareness of our lungs and our heart. But today what I'd like you to do is to bring your awareness to the back of your ribs. And become aware of the back of your lungs and the back of your heart. So that every time you breathe in and out, and you feel your ribs expanding and moving, you feel your thoracic spine decompressing and opening. And you can start to perhaps feel or visualize your lungs inflating, expanding wide into the floor underneath you. And you can feel the space around your heart as you breathe. And then just allow your breathing to turn back to its natural rhythm. Start to become aware of the weight of your head, your shoulders and your arms. Become aware of the weight of your pelvis, the connections of the soles of your feet to the ground. And then slowly blinking your eyes open, just let the daylight come in slowly. Bring yourself back into your space, and then bringing your hands up towards the sky, letting your hands face towards each other, keeping them about shoulder distance, and then separate your knees and just bring your feet hip distance apart. So you just walk them in a little bit more, and we start to scissor the arms. So allowing one arm to travel overhead as the other one comes forward. And as you move your arms through space, don't think just about the end position. Think about the journey from one point to the next. And you might almost be able to visualize or see those arcs that you're drawing in the air. Notice the point where your hands pass each other. Where is that intersection through the movement? And as you continue your arms moving, bring your awareness once again to the points of contact of your body to the ground. Feel the ground actually supporting you from underneath as you have the opportunity to move through the air. And then bring both hands straight up towards the sky. Turn your palms to face each other now and start taking both arms backwards overhead without popping the ribs. And just see how far back you can go. And then bring your arms up again. And now continue bringing them forward just to hover them off the ground. And then lift them up. We inhale. We exhale to take them overhead. Watch that the ribs don't pop. And we inhale to lift. And exhale to almost push your arms through the air. You're creating your own resistance. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, taking them overhead. We're going to do a little add-on this time. Inhale, lift your arms, nod your chin. Exhale, push your arms forward and let your head and shoulders come up into a little baby sit-up. Inhale, lift the arms. And exhale, your arms and head go back at the same time and you reach them overhead. Inhale, lift the arms, nod your chin. Breathe out as you curl forward. Feel your arms pushing through the air. Inhale, just the arms go up. And exhale, everything goes back together. Keeping the ribs closed. Inhale, lifting arms. Head curl forward, breathing it out. Inhale, lifting arms. Exhale, everything goes back. We're going to do a little add-on this time. Inhale, arms, chin in. Exhale, curl forward, and I'd like you to stay here. Put your left hand behind your head for some support. Bring the right arm up. Inhale. And exhale to bring it down, flattening your belly so you get that deep abdominal connection. And again, lifting the arm up. Exhale, push your arm through the air. We're going to do one more time. Inhale. Exhale, push the arm down. Stay there, stabilize. Switch hands so the right hand supports your head. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, press it down. Make sure that your lower back is in a happy place. Inhale. Find stability through your pelvis. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, reach, don't move. Bring both hands forward again. Can you lift a little higher, reach a little forward? Lift the arms, and then exhale, all the way back you go, and you stay right there. Take your left hand and hold onto the right wrist overhead, giving your arm a little pull. Stretch the right leg out along the floor, and then do a little bit of a croissant shape, a little crescent shape. So you're pulling your right arm over and getting a long stretch down the side of the body. And come back to the center. You're going to lift the arms and the leg up, hold them in the air, and then cross that right ankle over the left knee. Place your hands just on the sides of your pelvis. On your breath out, pick up the left leg so you're pulling yourself into a little bit of a gluteal stretch and releasing it down. And again, exhale, lifting up. So you really have to use the lower abs, guys. Make sure that your lower back feels protected as you move. Using your breath out as you lift and release. Let's do one more time. Lift and release. Now just hug that right knee into your chest using your hands to hold on. Hook your hand behind the right leg, flexing the right ankle, and you exhale to curl the leg upwards, stretch it up, and releasing it down. Breathing out. So you're getting that release along the back of the leg. And release. We're going to do two more. Breathing it out. And release. One more time. Now stretch your leg up and you stay there. Tuck your chin in. Curl your head forward towards your knee. Now you've got to be super flexible and strong to actually touch your head to your knee. That's the feeling that you're aiming for. And now point your toe like a ballerina. And then flex the foot and push up through the heel. Point your toe, ballerina. And flex back. One more time. Point your toe. And flex. Lower your head. Hug your knee in. And just take a moment to circle your ankle. And then change direction and circle the other way. And then placing that right foot down. Reaching both arms overhead. This time the right hand holds the left wrist. You're going to stretch your left leg out on the floor. And then pull your arm over. So you're coming into a little bit of a lateral flexion, like a croissant. I'd love a croissant right now. And bringing yourself all the way back to center. Lift your arms up, pick your leg up in the air, and then turn your knee out and cross that ankle over the knee. Hands go onto the front of the pelvis. Breathing as you lift that leg up. Draw yourself into a little bit of a gluteal stretch and releasing it down. And again, using your breath, feeling the lower belly engaging to help you. And release. And again. And down. Taking just two more. And taking one more time. Release it down. Hug that knee in towards your chest. Hold on with your hands for a moment. And then move your hands behind that leg. Flexing the foot. And we go. Exhale, extend. And release. And again, using your breath to carry the movement. One more time. Stay here. Tuck your chin in. Draw yourself forward. Use your arms to help you because this is really about getting a stretch along the back line. And then point your toes, ballerina, and flex the ankle back. And again, point your toes away. Flex the ankle back. One more time. Point and flex. Lower your head and shoulders. Bend that knee and placing your foot down to the ground. So you're going to have knees and feet just slightly apart. Arms beside you as we get ready for our pelvic curl. On your breath, start by tilting your pelvis to feel the imprint of your spine on the ground. Continue rolling up into your bridge position. Stay here for a moment and just consciously relax the neck and shoulders. Make any adjustments to your hand and arm position that you need. Relax your neck, and then we roll down, consciously and deliberately placing each vertebra onto the ground, one at a time, and then let your pelvis settle in neutral. And we go again. It's a small tilt of the hips and rolling up, getting that lovely connection into the back of the leg so you can really feel the hamstrings and the bum cheeks working here. And then start to ripple down through the spine. Think of softening all the way down the line of the body and release at the bottom. Taking two more, breathing out. Opening the front of the hip joints at the top position here. And then releasing from the front of the throat, over the lungs and the heart, over the belly, allowing your pelvis to settle. And we're going to take one more time here. Tilting hips, rolling up, finding your bridge position. Take your hands and lightly touch your bum cheeks. Keep your hands there. Start putting some pressure on the right leg, and then put some pressure on the left leg. Put some pressure on the right leg. It's almost like you're walking on the spot. And as you keep alternating legs, can you feel how the gluteals switch on either side? Now, keep it going and move your hands to your waist. Keep alternating legs. And I want you to notice, as you start pressing onto the one leg, can you feel how the obliques switch on as well? And it's because we have a connection. It's called a cross pattern that connects our abdominal muscles to our gluteal muscles. It's how we coordinate all our movements like walking. So start to notice gluteals with abs. And let's just take two more. And then stand evenly on your feet. Let your hands reach straight up towards the sky. Keep your arms lifted and let's roll down through the spine. Just feeling that gentle imprint into the lower back and release at the bottom. We're going to open the arms wide, breathing in. Let them hover. Exhale, bringing the arms up, connecting each fingertip to its partner. It just forces us to slow down and be mindful of our bodies. Inhale, expand. And exhale. Feel that gentle connection into your core. And again, breathing in. We're going to do one more time. Opening your arms out to the side, stay here, and then press the backs of your hands onto the floor. The palms of the hands are facing up, and you are opening across your chest. Walk your knees and your feet together so that they are touching. And now gluing them together, rolling both your legs to the right. So you're going to feel the left foot and the left hip lifts up. You can look over the shoulder towards the left. And then exhale, narrow the waist and bring yourself back to the center. Stand on your feet. Roll your legs to the left. Let your right foot lift up, feeling the rotation coming into the spine, looking over the right shoulder maybe. And exhale, narrow the waist and draw to center. Now keep going at your own pace. Because if you are making it quite a big movement, if you have the control and if you also have a very healthy mobile spine, you might be able to take your legs quite low to the floor. If you have any back issues or instability around the pelvis, or if it's just generally feeling tight, you might be making quite a small movement. So don't worry about what I'm doing. Just feel out your own body of where you need to be. One more time. Draw yourself all the way back to the center and hold it there. Bring both knees up into your chest. Rock your knees a little bit from side to side. And then come back to the center. Hands go behind the knees. We're ready for rolling like a ball. So tuck your chin in, bring yourself into a tight ball shape. Feel how your kidneys are almost pressing into the ground. So you're getting quite a lovely stretch into the lower back. And then let's use our feet to start kicking. So use your legs to help you with this momentum. And you're going to do one more time. Come up to balance. Just hold it here. Now, can you keep yourself in this ball shape and bring both your hands out in front of you? So you are literally balancing, using abdominals, squeezing the legs together, using your hip flexors, taking a nice easy breath in and out, and then placing your feet all the way down. Good. Scoot back so you're on your mat, and you can start by taking your left foot up and over, so you're standing evenly on the foot, flexing the right toes up. Now left hand supports you at the back, lifting yourself up nice and tall, reach up, and let's go into our seated spine twist. Using your arms to help you lengthen the spine, using your elbow to gently push onto the knee. But at the end of the day, we are guiding ourselves into this twist with our breath. So again, turn your gaze inwards and notice when you inhale that you actually create a little bit of expansion internally. And as you exhale and you allow the air to escape from your body, that there's a release, and perhaps it allows you to deepen your twist a little bit. Don't force it. Feel your breath move you. And then on your next breath, release. You're going to keep your legs as they are and bring both your hands over to the right side of your body. You can be on your fingertips or flat hands, and roll onto the side of your hips so you can get your hands flat, and then maybe just do a little bit of a rocking action, feeling the curve of your spine. So depending on where you're tight, you might feel it in the lower back, maybe between the shoulder blades or up around the neck. And then come all the way back and unfold, stretch the legs out and maybe give the knees a little bit of a shake. And now your right foot steps over, flexing the left toes up, right hand behind your back to give yourself a prop, reach up and moving into that seated twist. So again, using your arms to support you and bring you into that rotation, but then allowing the subtlety of your breathing to help you deepen the twist. No forcing. And I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but we've got 3 different areas of the spine that help us twist. So our lower back, the lumbar spine, sort of has the least rotation. And then our rib cage area, the thoracic spine, has a bit more. And then most of our twisting can actually come from the neck. So don't force the lower back. Take a breath in. Exhale, release. Unwind yourself. Bring both hands over to the side, and you can roll onto that hip a little bit, and then maybe do a little bit of a rocking action. So this is just quite a lovely counterbalance. And for those of you that did the first series with me, and we were practicing the grasshopper, remember? This was all the preparation work that we did for the grasshopper as well. Taking a nice easy breath in, and then exhale, up you come, stretching the legs out and giving them a little bit of a shake. Now, you're going to separate your legs to the width of your mat. So it's a bit wider than your shoulders probably. Pull the flesh of your bum out the back so you really get on top of those sit bones. Now, the trick is you need to have a lengthened spine as if you're sitting against a wall. So if you need to bend your knees, please bend your knees. That's no big deal. Take the arms out. Lengthen your spine as you sit up nice and tall. And then just allow your head to come forward. Let your upper back to round forward. Let your lower back peel away from the imaginary wall. And if you're pretty flexible, you might even be able to fold over from the hip. But in this position, your arms are still reaching above your toes. You haven't collapsed in on yourself. Take a little breath here. And then exhale as you unravel, coming all the way up and sitting up nice and tall. Turn to look over the right shoulder. Turn to look over the left shoulder, freeing up the head, and come back to the center. Inhale, lift through the breastbone. Exhale, nod your chin, and we feel that articulation of the spine as we roll forward. And again, feeling that wonderful stretch across the lower back here. Take a little breath in, and then exhale, up you come, rolling upright, and allowing your head to float up. Look over the left shoulder. Look over the right shoulder. Come to the center one more time. Exhale, nod the chin. Feeling the curling of the spine, feeling how the abdominals are actually supporting you from the front. They're not hanging out. Take a breath in, and then exhale, all the way up you come, lifting up nice and tall, and then bringing your hands just behind you so you can lean back, and now bend your knees so you're going to place your left shin in the front. So you're sitting in your mermaid seat, left shin at the front. There you go. Let's go a little bit from side to side. Coming up and over into the mermaid. Focusing on opening up around the ribs. So we've got all these muscles that line the rib cage called the intercostals. And then feeling how you're almost stretching your lungs. Feeling almost how you are stretching and mobilizing the diaphragm. And believe it or not, the diaphragm muscle, that's our breathing muscle, connects into the lower back. So this has the most wonderful release all the way down the back. And then bring yourself all the way upright, moving your hands behind you so you can swing your feet around to the other side. So now you're going to have the right shin in front. And once again, taking yourself from side to side. And technically, we're doing the same movement of the spine, but you might notice that it feels different based on tightness you have around your pelvis or your hips. Again, we're not forcing. As you do this movement, you might very well notice that it just starts to release itself. One more time. Come back to the center, and now bring yourself onto all fours. So, doesn't matter which direction you're facing. You're going to place your hands in a comfortable position. Get your knees in a comfortable position. And we're going to start by rounding the spine up towards the sky. Stay here for a moment. Moving your hips backwards so you get that little extra stretch around the lower back and the sacrum. And then come and coming to a little bit of extension, lifting the tail, lifting the heart. And again, rounding your spine. Notice how your scapula pull wide. Press back and you still have a feeling of widening the scapula on your back. Coming forward, still wide scapula. And then as you move to an extension, feel how the scapula squeeze together a little bit. And again, rounding the spine, lifting up through the belly, sitting back, feeling the stretch, coming forward, weight bearing on the hands a little bit more, and then lengthening through the tail and lifting up through your heart. One more time, here we go. Curling the spine, pressing back, coming all the way forward, and then lengthening the spine, gentle arch. Now we're going to round the spine one more time, and we're going to be moving into a downward facing dog. So tuck your toes under, start by just lifting your knees, and then moving your hips up and back, and start pedaling one heel towards the ground at a time. Just so you get that release now into the calf muscles, into the Achilles. And then press both heels towards the ground. Now guys, it doesn't matter if the heels touch, it doesn't matter if the legs are straight. What I would like you to focus on is really pressing away from your hands, feeling your thumbs and your index finger connect to the ground, rolling the tops of the shoulders back and reaching your tailbone up and away from you. Create as much space as you need. Take a little breath in. And then exhale, lower the knees all the way down and releasing the feet out. Let's do a little bit of a carpal tunnel release here. So turn so that your fingers are pointing backwards, just taking them as much as you can manage. And then remember that you do have a choice to move your body weight forwards or backwards, depending on if you need to increase the stretch for yourself. And observe on your own body, maybe if one wrist is a little tighter than the other. And then bringing your shoulders just a little bit forward, turn your hands all the way back to where they were, and that should feel like quite a nice release now. I want you to stretch the right leg back, and then lift the leg up and just hold it in the air for a moment. Flexing the back foot so you're pushing out through the heel. Just taking a moment to feel the abdominals connect, feeling the gluteals connect, taking one more breath in and out, and then simply point the toes and bring that knee all the way in again. Left leg extends back, lift the leg up, and holding it there, creating that long straight line with the body, and then flex the back foot and push out through the heel. Keep reaching through the crown, lower abs are connected, gently pushing out of the hands so that you don't feel that your scapula are squeezing together. And then point the toe and bringing the knee all the way in. Tuck your toes under, and once again, coming into a downward facing dog. Holding it here. Now, you are going to pick up your right leg just to about the height of your hip. It doesn't have to be too high. And now keeping that back leg stretched out, see if you can bend the left knee and bring it down towards the ground. Now you can hover or you can let the knee rest. And then you're going to go back up again. Push away from the hands and reach back, three-legged dog. One more time. Lower the knee down. See how your knees feel. Maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't. And press up and back again. Hold it, three-legged dog. And bringing that right foot down. Make any adjustments you need to your position. Picking up your left leg. Not too high, just the height of the hip so you can keep your pelvis level. And then bend the right knee. Are you going to hover or are you going to let the knee lightly touch? Press into the hands, push into the foot, and back you go. Three-legged dog. One more time. Bringing the knee down. How far can you go? And press up and back, three-legged dog. Bringing that left foot down, pause for a moment, and then lower your knees to the floor. Relax the feet. Open your knees, and you're going to sit back into your resting position. Make any adjustments you need. Give yourselves any props that you need. And figure out what you'd like to do with your hands today. If you want to interlace them, make a prayer position, put them behind your head, or maybe hold on to your feet. Taking just a few more moments. Taking one more breath in and out. And then separating the hands, spread the fingers out, and draw yourself up onto all fours. So, tucking your toes under, keeping a nice neutral spine. Now we're just going to hover the knees. We're not going all the way back into a down dog. So just lift the knees up, move your left hand under your face, pivot through the feet, the knees, the hips, so you're turning to face the right, and the right hand comes up. And now simply lower the hips, lower the knees, and you are sitting sideways. Exactly. Knees are overlapping, but the feet are actually split. Put your right hand on your right knee, and you are simply going to open the knee and close it down. And we're going to open the knee, stand on that foot, and close it down. One more time, open the knee and stay there, and then place your hand underneath the ribs so you can press away slightly. Little triceps. Bend and press. So you're keeping scapula stable on your back. You have a little bit of external rotation on that top leg. One more time, bend and press, placing your fingertips to the ground to help you as you come down onto your elbow and your forearm. Now, taking your hand onto the top hip, you're going to pick up that right knee and place the foot down. That's it. So you still have that knee open. Pick up that top knee as if you're going to bring it towards your armpits and place it down. Keep pressing out of that arm. One more time. Pick up that knee, now hold it. Anybody do ballet? Développé, développé, and bend the knee and place it down. Ballet 101, Jules. Lift the knee up. Now, stretch the leg. Guys, it doesn't matter if your leg goes straight or not. Bend the knee and place it down. Are you still pushing up? One more time. Here we go. Lift the knee, stretch the leg, développé, bend, and place it down. And then roll that knee so the knees are overlapping. Inhale as you reach that arm up and back, 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 back. And exhale, come all the way through, and let's immediately place that arm down as much as you can and let yourself settle into a twist. Relax the back of your neck, feeling the narrowing of the waist, making sure that your lower back enjoys this, that you're not forcing it. And then bringing the right arm all the way up, placing your fingertips to the ground, come up again. So now your left hand is on the floor, pointing away from you. And when you're ready, Lift your hips and knees off the ground. Side bend. Pivot around so that you're facing towards the ground. Lower your knees down and stay here just for a moment. Now, you guys can stay. I'm going to turn around, so I'm going to do the other side, but at least then you guys can see me from the front. Toes tucked under. You're going to hover your knees just up. Don't go all the way. Bring your right hand under your face. Pivot. Feet, knees, hips. Balance on the right hand and lift the left arm. And then we lower the hips and the knees all the way down. Take your hand onto your left knee and we go. Open the knee up and release it down. Open the knee up. So you're using your hand to help you a little bit. One more time. Open the knee up and then stand on that foot, placing your left hand under your rib cage. And now let's do some little tricep dips. Down and up. Guys, feel free to adjust your body position at any point if it doesn't feel comfortable on the hips or the knees or the wrist. Two more. One more. And press. Place your fingertips to the ground and come down onto your elbow and your forearm. Now, place your hand onto the shelf of your hip. You've got to lift the left knee up, but without collapsing the underside of the body. And then put your foot back down again. And we go. Lift up. Can you feel the hip flexors are working? And lower. One more time. Lift up, double check that your obliques are connecting, and lower. Now let's add on. Lifting the knee up, and now, développé. You stretch, you bend, and you put that foot down again. Nice, guys. And again, lift the knee, extend, there's quadriceps, bend, and place it down. Keep lifting the underside. Bring the knee up. Développé, lengthen, energy through the foot, bend, and place it down. Nicely done. Reaching that arm all the way up and back. Open up the chest, and then we come into a thread the needle. Sorry, guys, close your knees. It'll make it easier for the rotation. Relaxing into the back of your neck. Few more seconds here. And then on your next breath, reaching the left arm up, placing your fingertips to the ground so that you can come up onto your hand again, fingers pointing away. Are you ready? Anchor into your feet and hand and see if you can lift up the bottom hips and the knees. There's your side bend. And now pivot onto your hands and knees. Lower the knees, relax the feet, open the knees wide, and once again, sit back into your resting position. So you guys can stay there. I'm just going to turn around so I don't have my back to Jules. Nice, easy breathing. And then walking your hands backwards towards your knees. You're going to move your hips over to your left side, hooking your hands onto your right ankle. Do one up and sideways stretch and release. Now remember, as we did our warm-up, moving your hands behind you so you can swing your feet up into the air and balance, and then moving your feet over to the left side, holding onto the ankle, up and over, you come into a stretch, and release, and once again, balance your hands behind you, swing your feet around, but now this time, lift your shins horizontal to the floor, push your spine up as much as you can, so you're almost making a V shape at your hip joint. And then you can keep your hands there, or you can bring them forward. This is our teaser prep. Holding the position. Can you feel the abs? Can you feel the hips? Can you feel your spine? And can you breathe? And on your next breath, hands to knees and placing your feet down. So I've drifted a little bit backwards on my mat. So I'm going to come a little bit forward. And I want you to have your hands behind you. And the original exercise is with the fingers pointing this way, but that's a hectic stretch for a lot of people. So we tend to move so the fingers are pointing sideways. Pressing out of your arms, so you have a nice long neck. Make sure that you're rooting into your feet. And on your breath, just hover your hips off the ground. Stay there for a moment. You just want to double check that there's no strain or pain around the wrists, the feet, or the lower back or the neck. And then you're going to lower the hips down. So if everything was okay, we're now going to go up into a reverse tabletop. So pushing into the hands and the feet. First, it's the hovering of the hips. And then as much as you can manage, you start taking your body upwards. Now listen, do whatever feels best for your neck. Push out of the arms, squeeze your bum cheeks, and then gently lower all the way down. Looking good. Can we do that one more time? Take a breath. Standing on your feet, pushing into the hands as you come all the way up. Yeah. Feel the activation along the underside of the body, and then releasing all the way down. Very nice. Stretch your legs out, and then just give your wrists a little bit of a shake, and you actually just want to relax over. So have the palms of your hands facing up. Bend your knees if you need to. It really doesn't matter. It's about finding softness and release in this position. And if any of you guys have done yin yoga before, this is called the caterpillar. I don't know why. It's called the caterpillar, and you relax into it. And sometimes what they do in yin yoga is put blocks on top of your legs, so you can literally rest your head on your legs as well. Taking just a few more breaths in and out so you can find that length along the back of your body. And then slowly, slowly unravel your spine to come all the way up. Now guys, we're going to do something called the tendon stretch. We've done it before, and I'm pretty sure nobody really liked it, but it's a fabulous exercise. So bend your knees, just like we did a second ago. Take your hands a little bit wider than your hips, because if they're in line with your hips, you're going to get stuck. You're going to have your hands just a little bit behind you. Now again, figure out the positioning of the hands that works for you. On your breath, you're going to lift your hips up and come up into your reverse tabletop. And then you're going to lower the hips, but don't sit. Lift your toes off the ground. Round your spine, just like a caterpillar. You want to aim your head towards your knees so that you can scoot your hips back between your legs. And then bend your knees, pull, place your feet, and lift up again. You must round your spine in order to clear your butt off the floor. So we go. Your arms are not too short, Jules. Come, scoop, scoop, get your head towards your knees, and then push out of your arms. Yes! Very nice. And pressing up. And if you guys are loving this, shall we do one more time? And we go. Well done. And press up, hold it. And releasing it all the way down. Nicely done. So just bend your knees and just allow yourself to relax over for a moment. Taking all the pressure off the wrists. And then roll up into a sitting position, bringing your left foot in towards your pelvis, and then your right foot goes to the front. pull the flesh of your bum out the back, taking your right hand, and you're going to do a little pull on each finger of the left hand. Just really stretching out across the knuckles, moving the skin over the knuckles as well, and then do the same thing. Left hand pulling onto right hand. All that skin on the back of our hands, we never pay attention to, eh? And then reaching up, inhale, and exhale. Bring your hands in front, and you can either just stay right here if that's your position. Otherwise, move your hands a little forward. Maybe you can put your hands flat. Otherwise, go all the way forward if you can, bringing your head towards the ground. There are some people flexible enough to do that. So just find your shape and then just breathe into the stretch that you might be feeling today. Taking one more breath in and out. Walking your hands backwards towards your feet. Rolling all the way up. Stretch right leg out. Stretch left leg out. Giving them just a little bit of a shake. And then pull your right foot in towards your pelvis. Left foot goes to the other side. Flesh of the bum out the back. And this time, rest your left hand on your knee. Take your right hand and rub the back of the hand. Rub the back of the wrist. Go up your forearm to the elbow and rub the back of the elbow. And then come down again to the wrist and the hand. And then do the same thing on the other side. By the way, this is the gyrokinesis warm-up part of it. They do this for the whole body. They rub things, wake them up. You do your face, you do everything. And all the way down to the wrist and the hand. And once again, we inhale, reach up. My goodness, my hands feel so light now. And exhale, finding your place. It might feel and look a little bit different on this side, so don't force it. Ooh, I always feel my one wrist, my one ankle on this side. Taking just a few moments to breathe in and out. And then taking your time as you walk your hands all the way up, lifting up nice and tall, bringing your legs up and together. Maybe you want to give them a little bit of a stretch again, and then come forward on your mat. So you have a runway strip behind you. I want you to put your hands on your knees and lean back a little bit, abs connected, and then lift your feet up so you can balance. And then see if you can take your hands either to the side of your shins or down towards the ankles. And then open your legs a little bit and lengthen up through the spine. Shoulders away from the ears. Now, we're going to roll from here. And obviously, we can't roll on a flat back. So you need to round your spine now to roll to your shoulders and then roll back up again. And at this top position, you need to lengthen your spine up again. So curl your tailbone under, roll back, roll up, and lift up. Now here's a little trick with this exercise. The elbows never bend. You see this position that you're in now? The elbows don't move from here. So curl your tailbone, and as you roll back, elbows are straight. Up you come, elbows are still straight. Nicely done, guys. Let's try one more time. And up you come, hold it nice. Now, if that is a challenge for you, I want you to keep doing that. But if you're quite flexible, you might want to try extending your legs like this. And now, roll back. Your legs are straight, your elbows are straight, and then you lengthen up and tall. Breathing in. One more time. Nice, nice. Bring your legs together, bend your knees, and placing the feet down. So that's actually one of the original 34 exercises that Joseph Pilates did in his mat work. I know. Come all the way up to standing. And you can stand anywhere on your mats, separating your feet slightly. Just allowing your arms to relax beside you. Spreading your toes out. We're going to take a nice easy breath in. Exhale as you nod your chin, and let's do one full roll down. Just finding the weight of your crown and the weight of your hands. Letting yourself stretch all the way over. Pause at the bottom and take a little breath. Exhale, back up you come. Abdominals connecting, gluteal muscles waking up. Rolling all the way up. Standing nice and tall. Take a moment to roll the shoulders back and around. I'm going to turn sideways because I don't want to hit the wall here. I want you to inhale as you reach both arms all the way up. And then exhale, you can watch me if you want, sweep through. And catch. Breathe in. Let your legs bounce. Feel the trampoline in. One more. And hold it. Open your arms. Clearing some space. Shoulders relaxed. And then stand here for a moment, closing your eyes. And feeling the energy move through your body. Feel how your breath has affected you. Feeling all those beautiful connections of your body from the inside out. Nice easy breath in through the nose. Open your mouth and sigh. Blinking eyes open. And give everything a little bit of a shake. Awesome.
Wow.
Well done. Open leg rocker and tendon stretch. You nailed it.
I did cheat though. I had to get on my bum and then off my bum.
Yeah, but you know what?
But I did lift my ass. Even